With each day that passes, we are getting closer to the very end of filming for Star Wars Episode 9 by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this film, including myself, has all to do with the major revelations coming our way, and exactly what the big revelations, twists, and turns and surprises really will be in the final installment of this current trilogy that will end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, you guys may actually recall that they are using unused footage for the character of General Leia from both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and will actually give Carrie Fisher a very important role in this movie, portraying the character of Leia. Now, what's even all the more intriguing is that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finding ways in order to mesh both footage of Adam Driver's Kylo Ren from Star Wars Episode 9 and General Leia from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Now, what does this necessarily tell us? This sounds like that both Lucasfilm and Disney are trying to find ways in order to create a reunion scene between both Luke and Leia, and it's actually said to be a very complex progress between the two different pieces of footage in order to make it flawless and seamless, where to the point it will feel tangible as if Carrie Fisher just shot the scenes a couple of weeks ago. Now, if you look at everything that has been happening with Episode 9, I think that one of the biggest mistakes was that Han, Luke, and Leia never got a real reunion scene in the movies. And we do know that J.J. Abrams is apparently somehow bringing back the character of Han Solo, either in the form of a flashback, vision, or a dream sequence, we're not quite sure. But there's a lot of talk out there that we are going to get both Luke, Han, and Leia on the big screen once more. Now, what's really interesting to me, though, is that by combining both pieces of footage from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi of General Leia, and them trying their very best to mesh that footage with new footage of Adam Driver's Kylo Ren, tells us that they are most certainly trying to create a reunion scene between both mother and son. Not only would it be a heartwarming moment and honor to send off the character of Leia, but it would also show, alright, exactly what Disney and Lucasfilm want to bring to the table with Episode 9, and that is, of course, the whole entire concept of family, which at the very heart of Star Wars is really what it is. It's really all rooted with family. You know, father and son, mother and son. You know, father and son, all this stuff, I love it. I mean, it's great. If you look at the sequels, the originals, and whatnot, you can see these themes playing out tremendously, and how J.J. Abrams really wants to do that once again. And they even touched on it in the prequels a little bit as well. So if we look at everything that has been happening with Carrie Fisher's footage for The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and how they're incorporating that into Episode 9, we do know that Todd Fisher, her brother, said once before, a couple of weeks ago, that these aren't just little outtakes or little tiny snippets of footage here and there. These are entire sequences. These are entire scenes that were cut from the movie that they are able to use in Episode 9, either just inserting scenes or meshing that footage with new footage from Episode 9 in order to have General Leia act with other characters that is actually going to be a part of the actual plot in present time. So I think that's one thing to truly look forward to, is that it seems as so that they are indeed trying to create a reunion scene, both, you know, between both Kylo Ren and Leia. Why else would they be finding a way in order to combine, to fuse the footage of General Leia from the past two movies, and of course of Adam Driver's Kylo Ren from Star Wars Episode 9. And we heard about this lightly a couple of months ago, actually, that they were actually trying to somehow bring that to the table in Episode 9, that it was going to be a very difficult task to complete. So I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that Disney and Lucasfilm are able to pull this off correctly, to the point where even if it does make it to the finalized version of the movie, I'm just really crossing my fingers that it's going to look flawless and seamless. I think they can do it. I really do. If you look at what they have done with other movies out there, this really isn't all that impossible, but at the same exact time, You know, you have to get them associated with her interacting with Kylo Ren. So that's the hard part. The other hard part is dialogue. How is she going to talk to her son if they never shot scenes between both Leia and Kylo Ren? That's another obstacle that they got to get through. They could do rear shots of Leia and insert dialogue from a person that sounds like her. They could do something like that too. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.